Hey guys, AB Fireman here. Just thought I'd give you a little bit of an update. It is the 12th of February 2010. On my way home, work today, went and picked up a freezer. You know what? We're doing this health thing, and my dog's not in that bad a shape, but been doing a little bit of research and whatever. And a lot of times, the dog foods that we buy are junk. We talk about putting junk in our own bodies, and then we go and put junk in our dogs' bodies. It's actually the leading cause of obesity in dogs right now is the dog food. A lot of dog foods are basically nothing but filler with unnatural forms of protein and calcium and everything else. They're just, raw minerals thrown in there that do nothing, that do absolutely nothing for your dog's health. So what do they end up doing? They end up being hungry more, they eat more, and it's not nutritional value, it's total fat value. So for the last couple weeks, I've been transferring my dog over onto natural dog food. Not that he needed it, but his energy let's put it this way. His energy hasn't increased that I know of, but he's a pretty high energy dog. So no energy increase is not a bad thing. But what I have found is that he's actually, he seems a lot happier. I'm making my own food. Now, I know what a lot of people are going to say oh my God, I can't afford to be feeding my dog real food. You know what? I said the same thing. The reason I even thought about doing real food is because my aunt, her dog, was so overweight that he actually broke his hip jumping out of a vehicle, not moving, just climbing out of the back seat of their car, stepped down and broke his leg. So they decided a $2,000 vet bill wasn't in the works for them to get him fixed. And they did a bunch of research and found out that diet can drastically decrease their weight and actually give them more what they're needed. So they've been doing that. Got a lot of advice from some veterinarians off the internet and whatnot. And basically, he isn't 100%, but you know what? He healed naturally, and he's back running around just like every other dog on the block. And he's very healthy and happy. He's also dropped like 30 pounds. Now, for a dog, that's a lot of weight. So yeah, just figured I'd throw that out there. As for me, I was at work today and decided to run myself through the body composition analysis machine that we have at work. That is an incredible tool that I believe a lot of us should really look at what we're doing. Most of us know that when we first step on the scale, we haven't done any exercise, we haven't done anything. And I've talked to you guys before about the importance of hydration, the importance of water. What this body composition analysis does is it tells us what we are doing for our body. So it tells us our basal metabolic rate, which is basically, that is how many calories your body is using up sitting still. When you're sitting on the couch watching TV, that is how many calories you're burning in a day. Now, we want that number high. That's what keeps us burning fat when we're not working out. A lot of us have heard of the term that a lot of doctors use, and it's the body mass index. Body mass index is basically your height divided by your weight. Takes absolutely nothing into consideration for different bone structures. For instance, myself, it's saying that I should be between 180 and 190 pounds. If I was 180 pounds, shoot me. because quite frankly, if I'm 180 pounds, I'm as good as dead. Last time I was 180 pounds, I was 14 years old. I was a beanpole, and I wasn't healthy. It wasn't a healthy weight for me to be. So, according to the BMI, am I ever going to be there? No, I'm not. What we need to look at is our body fat percentages. Now, I'll do another video on this a little bit, but we want to look at our body fat percentages, our fat-free mass, which is our bones, our muscles, our tissues, and our water hydration levels. Now, the other thing I mentioned to you guys is hydration. Now, hydration is key. And some of you may notice that if you get yourself hydrated, at first you may put on a few pounds. Well, let's see, why would that be? When our hydration level increases to the optimum levels, between 60 and 65% is ideally where we want to be. We want to be between 50 and 65%. Now, I realize that a lot of people don't have access to this kind of equipment. But I also want to stress how good this equipment is and how much value it adds. Because I've been working with a guy at work. For those of you who don't know, I work at a gym. I've been working with a guy at work, and he's been with us now for roughly a month. He came in a month after he started, and we did his body composition analysis on him. Now, this is a scale also. When he started, he was at over 350 pounds. A month later, he is still over 350 pounds. He didn't lose nearly the weight that he was going for. Here's what did change for him. His fat percentage dropped. He lost, I think, 11 pounds of fat in a month. And this is doing a 30-minute workout 3 times a week. Okay? And he gained 5 pounds in muscle and 6 pounds in water weight. His hydration levels went from 40% to 46%. So that's pretty significant. And he feels incredible. He was choked that he didn't lose weight, but when he realized where he's sitting, he's a lot happier than where he was. And I have a jerk on my butt. Yeah, teenagers. Sorry. So yeah, when we did his measurements, he had lost 5 inches around his waist. Now, how do you lose 5 inches? You know, it's what he went. This is what went through his mind. How do I lose 5 inches and not lose any weight, or next to no weight? What he did do is he replaced fat with water, which is going to help him in the longer run. And the other thing is, if he hadn't increased his hydration levels, he wouldn't have lost the weight he did either. So that's crucial. I just looked at this, and I am sitting at 9.5 minutes almost, 9 minutes and 10 seconds. And I haven't got this done yet, so I'm going to cut this short. Watch for my next video. I'm going to give some more information on body composition analysis. I'll go through the body composition analysis sheet on myself. You guys will know where I'm at. I think there's really not much for secrets around here, so that's what we're going to go through. In some ways it's kind of embarrassing, but you know what? It's something we can go through. So, and then the weight on this, of course, doesn't take into account the fact that it was an hour and a half after I ate lunch. So I'm halfway through my day, and it doesn't take that into account when it counts your weight. So the weight that you see on it is a little higher than what I'm finding at home, but that's fine. Anyways, I'm over 10 minutes, guys. Watch out for my next video, and I'll try and get this up ASAP. Thanks, guys. Bye.